They say if walls could talk, they'd tell you stories that would haunt your soul. From homes with chilling crimes to eerie remnants of lives forever altered, these 4 murder houses hold secrets so dark they're impossible to ignore. Stay with us as we step inside these infamous residences and unravel the terrifying tales that shook the world. In this episode on Bloodspot, we uncover the terrifying stories of 4 real-life murder houses that hold some of the most gruesome and mysterious secrets ever recorded. Let's start with one of the most infamous murder houses of all time, 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York. Known for both its real-life tragedy and its haunted reputation, this house has terrified people for decades. The crime. In 1974, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family, his parents and 4 siblings, while they slept. He claimed voices in his head told him to commit the heinous act. Each victim was shot execution-style with a rifle, and chillingly, neighbors reported hearing no gunshots despite the close proximity of houses. The aftermath. DeFeo was convicted of 6 counts of second-degree murder and died in prison in 2021. But what makes this house truly infamous is what happened next. A year after the murders, George and Kathy Lutz purchased the house at a reduced price. They lasted only 28 days before fleeing, claiming they experienced terrifying paranormal activity. Green slime oozing from walls, icy rooms, and George waking up at 3:15 a.m., the exact time of the murders. What happened to the house? The house has since changed owners several times, and many deny any paranormal events. The iconic windows resembling eyes have been replaced, but the Amityville horror legend remains a cultural phenomenon, spawning books and films. Our next stop takes us to the French Quarter of New Orleans, where the LaLaurie Mansion stands, a haunting reminder of unimaginable cruelty. The crime. In the early 1800s, Madame Delphine LaLaurie, a wealthy socialite, was exposed for torturing and killing enslaved people in her home. After a fire broke out in 1834, rescuers discovered a hidden chamber in the attic filled with gruesome sights, enslaved individuals chained to the walls, mutilated, and left to die. The exact number of victims is unknown. The aftermath. Madame LaLaurie fled to France, never facing justice. Her mansion became a symbol of horror, with locals reporting ghostly screams and apparitions. What happened to the house? The house has had many owners, including actor Nicolas Cage, who reportedly bought it for its eerie reputation. It's now privately owned and inaccessible to the public, but its haunted legacy continues to draw tourists to the area. Known as the site of one of Los Angeles' most brutal crimes, 8763 Wonderland Avenue in Laurel Canyon witnessed a massacre that remains steeped in mystery. The crime? In 1981, 4 people were found bludgeoned to death with a metal pipe in a drug-fueled attack linked to the Wonderland Gang, a group of cocaine dealers. The 5th victim barely survived, suffering permanent brain damage. The crime scene was so gruesome that detectives referred to it as something out of a horror movie. The suspects. John Holmes, a famous adult film actor, was implicated in the murders due to his connections with both the gang and Eddie Nash, a nightclub owner and drug dealer. Though Holmes was acquitted of murder charges, the case remains controversial, with many believing he played a role. What happened to the house? The house still stands today, though it's changed ownership multiple times. Despite renovations, its gruesome history has made it a hotspot for true crime enthusiasts and ghost hunters. Our final stop takes us to Villisca, Iowa, where a quiet farmhouse became the scene of an unsolved mystery. The crime. In 1912, 8 people, including 6 children, were brutally murdered with an axe while they slept. The Moore family and 2 visiting friends were found bludgeoned beyond recognition, their faces covered with sheets. The killer was never caught, though theories ranged from a vengeful neighbor to a traveling minister. The aftermath. The house remained a chilling reminder of the unsolved crime. Over the years, ghostly phenomena have been reported: faint voices, children's laughter, and shadowy figures. Paranormal investigators have claimed the house is one of the most active haunted locations in the U.S. What happened to the house? The Villisca Axe Murder House is now a museum, allowing visitors to tour the site and even spend the night if they dare. Its reputation as a paranormal hotspot continues to attract thrill seekers and ghost hunters. These murder houses hold stories that go beyond the headlines, echoes of tragedy, horror, and the unknown. Would you dare step inside one of these infamous homes, or is just hearing about them enough to send shivers down your spine? Let us know in the comments which case haunted you the most. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling tales from the dark side of true crime. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.